Hey guys, it's Ty Jones. Hey, wanted to do a video today, and I think this one will really be a good one for a lot of you on why I think why people maybe in their minds don't join network marketing companies. Maybe the stigma behind network marketing, but and why do people have issues kind of getting going in this industry? A lot of this is really mental type stuff. So I want to talk about as you approach people and kind of the mindset that may be in your head, probably even more so than the person you're talking to. But say that you have a prospect, for example, and say they are interested, that you're interested in talking to them because you think they'd be a good fit for, for us as AdvoCare, but or your network marketing company, whatever it is. In your mind, you're going to have all these things going on because there's going to be some doubt of how they may react to what you present them. Maybe you may be thinking they've had a negative experience with network marketing. You don't know all these things, by the way. Most of the time you don't. I will tell you, just throw all that out the door, the window, so to speak. Do not let any of those preconceived thoughts enter your mind. Now, I will tell you why. Because I've done that when I started. And there's some assumptions made, I think, that we all make on this of just fear, especially people that your friends and a family and those types of things, that they may have a stronger opinion for you than just saying no, or I'm not interested. So take all those things away when you get into this and just know that some people are going to give you a no, or that doesn't work, or there's going to be different various things you may get, but I can tell you how to deal with those as well. But number one is don't assume. Big mistake in this industry. Don't assume that because a person's driving a new car, maybe they live in a nice house. These are all the other things that happen. I've done it. Again, I've been guilty of this myself. That those people are gonna tell you no because things are just glorious on their side financially. Sorry, something's in my eye here. If you see me blinking there, ooh, sorry about that. They're just not going to be interested because, man, they've got nicer stuff than you do. Nah, that's not the case. I've got neighbors that I just assumed that were, killing it, in their own career, business life. Come to find out there's a couple of things going on financially and they actually could, use this business. So don't assume. That's the number one, I think, message I could tell you today is try to just take that all out of your head. I don't care if the guy, person's driving a Mercedes-Benz and big house, whatever. Let me tell you just my personal story. I live in a nice house, and what's nice? I don't want to get into that, but we live in a very nice house in a very nice community, and we got nice cars and all that. But I know 3 years ago when I was looking for this an opportunity, we were living check to check. What I mean is that a lot of our money was coming in, it was going right back out, and any of you guys with kids and a family and a mortgage and car payments and all that understand what I'm talking about. Making reasonable money going back out. So I felt like that, and there's probably some people that might have looked at what we had on the surface and said, oh man, Ty's killing it. He doesn't need this, and that wasn't the case at all. And I just used that example because I was really in need of another revenue stream when AdvoCare came along 3 years ago. And if the person that approached me, if this trainer wouldn't have said, hey, I think Ty, would do well with this or could use this, whatever the thoughts she had were, it didn't stop her from just talking to me. And I think probably the best thing she did was she just didn't assume. So it's okay. If nothing else, again, guys, if nothing else, someone like me, then even 3 years ago, say I wasn't looking for a business at the time or an opportunity, I still would have been interested in the products. I was already a supplement junkie anyway. This trainer knew that. So if nothing else, she would have converted me to a customer. I would have signed up, got the discount, and been, a user of product, and it still would have benefited me and her. So that said, you never know what relationship this person will enter with you. So just know that when I lay this out for someone, and this, let me tell you the presentation. I told you I did a video the other day. It was so long that I couldn't download on YouTube. This is what I say to most people, okay? And to me, if it's a non-intimidating way to approach a person. If you're on my team or been around me or been in my presentations, you've heard me say this. I didn't start this, presentation, if you want to say, or just how to start a conversation with someone about AdvoCare. I was told by my mentor, and I tell you what, it's tremendous, because after you hear it, you'll kind of realize it allows a person to kind of tell you no and not feel bad about it. And that's what you want, really. You want that too, where you're like, hey, Ty, we got this meeting this Tuesday, you got to be there. No one likes that. And it's, if you're secretive about what you got, no one likes that. I know some people do that in this business. This is how I approach it. And I think people appreciate you being candid up front with them about what you got. I would say my prospect is John, for this example. Hey, John, and say, right now, guys, I don't know if you can see, I've got an AdvoCare shirt on, so I could use my logo here. If not, you could have a Spark in hand. A packet of Spark it's a great introduction with someone. People want energy. They want to feel better. And boy, if you give them a free product to try, they will tell you how they feel afterwards, okay? So I'll explain. So I walk up, hey, John, hey, man, how's it going? We chat a little bit. Hey, man, hey, this may or may not be for you, but have you ever heard of AdvoCare? And they're like, no. And, or yes, whatever. I can show my logo. I could give them a Spark. I could show them a Spark as I'm talking to them. And they say no. Well, let me just tell you, and I'll go into a brief explanation. Hey, AdvoCare is a, elite performance nutritional company. We help people feel better, perform better, and or make more money. Again, this may or may not be for you, but I would love to tell you a little bit more about it. And I would set up from that point, guys, I would try to set up a conversation. Whether, if I'm meeting that person now, I might say, hey, look, I'm in a kind of a hurry now, but I'd love to chat with you. Can I call you tomorrow night, or can we meet this week for lunch or dinner? And let me tell you more about what's going on with AdvoCare, the products and the business. That's simply how I approach pretty much anybody. And the key sentence here is, this may or may not be for you. Have you ever heard of AdvoCare? Okay, because that's going to allow somebody to go yes or no, and then they know that you've already told them this, that they may not be for you. Okay, I've even had some people, I've done this other videos on this, if you've seen them. If you haven't, let me tell you, I've actually had people that I know have told me no, maybe at one time or so. I've actually put when that person go, listen, I know we talked before, and man, I know this business is not for you at all. We talked, but I said, but you know what? I think you really could benefit from these products. You'd be surprised how effective that presentation is for having someone come back to you and go, hey man, you last time we talked, you said that business wasn't for me, and then you sent me an email about the products, and I saw the business video, which of course I'm sending, even when I send the other products, and he goes, I think I could really do that. What makes you think I couldn't do it? It all, guys, is sometimes you got to take it away from someone. Sometimes you don't want to seem as too, I know when I first started, I maybe came across the first month or two, maybe a little more assertive, aggressive in the nature of, man, you would do great with this, and I'm building my team, and and that's all great, and that you're excited, and that enthusiasm, by the way, does carry over a lot with people, and people will feel that energy. I hope I still have that when I'm talking to someone about AdvoCare or the business of our AdvoCare, because I do love the company and the business. So I hope that always comes across. But what you don't want to do is be hyper aggressive with someone and make them feel like, man, you'd be so great, you got to do this. No one wants to feel like that. And then, if they're feeling, sometimes, many people, I'm like this. I need a second to kind of look at things. I need to give me a day or two. If you give me a presentation like the person did for me, she did a great job of just mentioning it, backed off. And she knows me well enough to know that I'm not good with somebody going, hey man, you got to do this. And so most people, I think, don't. There's very few people that would just jump on something like that. Give people space. Let them check out what you got, and then you can follow up. I'm not saying don't follow up is key in this industry. Just don't hound them. Nobody wants to be just pounded with this business or the products. And then let them know you're moving on with this business and the products and the business of AdvoCare or whatever you're doing, with them or without them. Make that clear. I've got friends along the way. They know what I do. Some of them take some products, some don't. Some do the business, some don't. Some don't do either. But they know what I do. And I'm not shy about talking about it, but I'm not pursuing them. I basically, at some point, if they see what I'm doing for long enough and they see how it's changed my life and my lifestyle, and of course, these are friends of mine, that they see things that I do daily, maybe what I'm driving, whatever, they're going to go, man, what's going on with you? They may even come back and forget that we talked about AdvoCare. And I go, well, man, AdvoCare's, added this, income to, we've got a check every 2 weeks in the last 3 years from AdvoCare, and it's continued to go up. So those types of things, those conversations always come back with people in your life. So I hope this video helps. I want to cut it short now because I know I'm close to 10 minutes with this. And I hope that, again, don't assume the person is not going to benefit from the product or business. I tell you, I go with anybody, guys. Let me just mention this. I think most people can benefit from the products. Almost everybody can benefit from one of our products. So I go with that mindset regardless whether they decide to try it or not. The business, not everybody's going to be interested in this opportunity. And I know that as well. That's okay. But you'd have to mention it at some point. And I'll be doing some training on that with you guys about what I'm doing with my team and things like that, as far as the follow-up, and then maybe transitioning some of your customers into the business because they just maybe need more information about what you're doing. Now they love the products and realize they can earn some extra money with this. I had a guy the other day on my team. We're talking about this, and he was funny. He had a guy who's told him no 2 or 3 times, and something came up, and the guy said something, and this person, this distributor of AdvoCare, said, we pay our mortgage with our AdvoCare income. He just told me this yesterday, actually. And the guy, all of a sudden, the guy goes, really? Just took him back. So it's interesting if you just touch people with different things, but he just told them a fact. He didn't tell them how much they're making. He said, look, we pay our mortgage with this. Gosh, if you could pay your car payment, whatever, how cool would that be? And the guy, all of a sudden, was interested. So for whatever it is, that fact, that information allowed him to make a different decision, right? A new decision based on that. And he thought, you know what? I think I have interest in that now. So whatever it is, guys, it's just, keep dripping on people. Tell them where you're at. Show them love regardless of what relationship they have with you in AdvoCare. Don't have expectations. People are going to go with this business or the products at their pace. And as long as you're there to help them and guide them, they'll reach out to you. Again, if you want to reach out to me, we'll close with that. Please feel free to reach out. My number's on here, my email, text me, whatever's best for you. And have an awesome day.